Ginger Prime stands with a rallying call. Pixelate faith, standing strong through it all. The frame rate may falter, but hearts won't fall. Chrono rewrites what you thought you knew at all. Late to the game, but his wisdom lands clean. Skill checks are off, that's the price of a dream. Gaming kinda brings a chaos and thrill, dropping rare loot with unshakable will. Forte holds the line, grace under the blade, faith like a fortress that never will fade. Scrag lights the fire with a storm in his breath. $80 flat for unfinished quests. Joy-Con still drifting, my patience long gone. But I'll queue up at midnight, you know I'll play on. Pull up a chair, the battle's begun. Legends are forged in the light of the sun. One life now saves, play it bold, take the lead. At the gaming roundtable where the fearless plant every seed. Reshrine bribing tree. Ride no please. Rise to the fire, no checkpoint in sight. One heart, one strike through the endless night.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gaming Roundtable, your weekly game news and discussion with a little bit of hint of MMO flair thrown in there for all of you guys. We've got, I think, a really cool set of topics for this week. There's been a lot going on, some good, some bad. I think kind of the main topic I really can't wait to get everybody's thoughts on is the Lord of the Rings potential rumor, especially about like a game on the scale of what we saw with Hogwarts Legacy. And I think that in and of itself sounds interesting. I want to talk to you guys about that. Scrag will be joining us here in a little bit as well. He said that he was running a little bit late. So we'll get a good set of thoughts on that one. We also have like really exciting news with No Rest for the Wicked. The Together update comes out literally less than a week from the time that we're live streaming this, or perhaps when you're watching this. And they just announced over 1 million sales for the game itself. Then in the bad news category, we got layoffs with Major Nelson.
It's like every week, man.
Every week, tweeting that out and just kind of sharing like who, what, when, where, and why. So the industry continues its round of layoffs and chaos into 2026. And then we're also looking at like new hardware, new consoles, Steam, in terms of rumored prices that may or may not be true. Gonna be talking to these guys about all of that. We got Scrag here. As I said, he would be here, and he is. We're rocking and rolling and ready to have a great freaking show. Gentlemen, how has your week been going?
Busy, really busy.
Yeah. Work is just very worky right now. So streams have been fun, dude. Like there's been a whole lot of Metroid Prime 4 is really fun. I've been playing it on stream, and I see the criticisms and I understand where people are coming from. But if you
like the criticisms, because like for some reason I just wasn't interested.
It feels dated. The overworld section is really empty, and that's all. You know, those things are true. But if you like Metroid Prime 1, you'll like Metroid Prime 4. Or if you like Metroid in any capacity, I think you'll enjoy 4. You know, and so that's where I'm at.
Because wasn't it announced like originally for the Switch One?
I'm maybe like just over halfway through the game, and I'll say that maybe it wasn't worth the length of the wait, but I'm glad we have it. I'm not disappointed in the game. Like I'm really enjoying it. I've hit some like really fun moments just playing it, you know.
Yeah.
But I do think that if this had launched on the Switch One within a couple of years after it was announced, it might have been received a lot better. It might have been more hyped up. Mm-hmm. You know, I think it suffered from the Duke Nukem thing, where it's like Duke Nukem Forever was announced and everybody was hyped for it, like and then everybody moved on. Like we moved on from Duke Nukem, like collectively, you know. And I feel like that's kind of what happened here with Metroid Prime 4. Like we were excited for it because we had just gotten, you know, Metroid Prime 3. It had been on the Wii, and we were like, all right, when's the next one coming out? And we didn't get it on the Wii U, and we were holding out, and they did the logo reveal and then restarted development a couple years after that. So
The concept in my mind comes of its time. Like it's a game like of its time, and you can kind of feel it. That's where like when stepping back into the Oblivion, and I still say like remake, they call it a remaster, but it's like it really
it's
felt
more of a
like
remake.
yeah, it felt like on par and whatever terminology, like like jury's still out on all the various different terms, but when it's all said and done, I was like, wow, it was like not just of its time, but it felt like the decline that we've seen in gaming in terms of quality, in terms of monetization. Like I was like, wow, this feels way better. It feels like I remember it, but then obviously the enhancements and the updates made it way more enjoyable. And that's something where like I'm kind of blown away by that. Like for me, it was like, oh, that's a game. But when you talk about like Duke Nukem, that's an example of like a game that is like, yeah, the 90s, like you kind of have that like, and then the industry really took a big shift, and that was so delayed that it just at that point felt like outdated. That's where it's interesting to me. Like, have you guys ever noticed like when they announce like one pirate game, like then somebody else is also making like same thing with movies, like, oh, this is going to be the decade of zombies, and then eventually everybody's going to be tired of that, so everybody's got to make their own kind of thing. That there's always kind of that inspiration and things that tend to come and go in cycles. You do wonder now if they were like, and Duke Nukem's back, if people would be like, oh yeah, that's something I'm now interested in, because it's come full circle, so to speak. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. I don't know, like with Metroid Prime 4, I was like, yeah.
I think for me it comes from like pure nostalgia though. Metroid Prime was my like first Metroid game ever. It came at a time when the GameCube was easily available on shelves, and like used games were going real cheap, and I bought like the original Metroid Prime 1 for like, I don't know, 10-15 bucks at a GameStop, no less. And so like that, like when I got it, I was like, the second one had been out a little bit, so I picked it up, and then like I've just enjoyed the series. So it's pure nostalgia for me, and I can recognize that. I still love the game. It's really fun. The bosses have been super fun. I have no, like, I understand everybody's criticisms, but as a gamer who's kind of tired of like doing checklist after checklist and buying
live
things
service
like over and over, this game is a breath of fresh air for me, and I get why people don't like it.
Speaking of why things don't work, live service, I think live service has seen the sharpest decline, because I think there is a level of fatigue. I think there is a level of that quality hasn't been there, and just a monetization aspect. Like, and Scrag, you shared this as we were building out the show, New World Eternum, What to Expect, officially announcing their shutdown for January 31st, 2027. There was some hope in the community. I didn't share it, and who knows? Anything can happen, but we've seen obviously the death of Anthem, for example, and but here we are with New World having sold really well, having like Amazon constantly praising it, but essentially Amazon going, oh, we don't want to be in video games anymore, basically, at canceling their Lord of the Rings MMO and all that. So how do you guys feel? Because this news sucks. Like as soon as they announced it, I was like, okay, I'm done. Like if y'all aren't gonna. I'm not going to give you a second of my time. I haven't even played Night Haven, despite the fact that people said it was really good. They were finally introducing daggers. Like, it just felt like they were on this, yearly trek of like, hey, here's some really cool stuff for people to check out. And then they're like, yeah, we're out. And so official shutdown next year. So they're like, you have 1 year to play New World if you're interested in it. And then the servers are offline.
Oh no, you have to already have bought it. It's already been pulled.
It's been pulled from purchase.
Yeah. So if you were interested in it, I hope you bought it already.
You can't
and if you have it in your backlog, you have a year.
Ugh, that sucks, man. And Scrag, maybe pull your mic up closer to your mouth, because you're
still even closer.
Oh, that's better. Dang. There we go.
Dang, that's bad. I don't know why it's so weak right now.
Oh, did Windows have an update for you?
It did, but I already checked that, so I don't know.
It is what it is. But how you guys feeling? What's the vibe there?
I just don't like, and this goes back to kind of, I guess, the live service kind of fatigue. But I think with games like this, it really is terrible. There's no local like host option to just keep playing. It is, it's done. The game's over. The official support's gone. I have a feeling there's going to be some mods and stuff on PC for people to keep enjoying the PC version. But didn't it just, like, right before that big update last year, didn't it just launch on consoles as well? And so, or was that like the year?
Yeah.
It was like sometime recently.
Yeah, it's been on consoles for over a year because it's like they had that big release. It seemed to be, people are excited. I thought it was just interesting from a sheer competition perspective because it's like you have a buy to play, you have the optional sub, which is their battle pass, and then essentially I was like, well, let's see how Final Fantasy 14 is also there. Not a lot of consoles things. That Throne of Liberty though is on consoles with the crossplay, etc. I was like, it seems like in this arena they're stepping up more and more competition for that, where it seemed to be like, for me, I thought it was like, this is exciting. It's more opportunity for people to play and play together. They were talking about cross progression. That was the one thing that I think really limited me from wanting to play it on console, was the fact that cross progression wasn't there. Your character, your account was there, but I couldn't continue my PC character on Xbox. And they said they were working on that. And obviously story of all of that has, fallen down. And man,
right, so it just seemed like they were going in like a good direction. And, I don't know if, I don't know what specifically changed at Amazon for them to cut like they did last year, but
I think they have data. I think what we've seen with Microsoft canceling the ZeniMax MMORPG, we've seen so many things kind of get canceled to where, and this is obviously like people meme on it. I know Scrag is not necessarily super positive on it, but you still have Star Citizen in development going strong, releasing its 4.5 update. That being, like the fact that they're still going. Ashes of Creation, the drama around them, hyper interesting. I believe I got it all linked and moved over to Steam. Their individual launcher now no longer a thing, but I haven't installed it or played a second of it. I gotta find sometime at least to get some hours into it. Otherwise, like, what a waste of money.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, good
At
Lord.
this point, I've already bought the
this?
game. I might as well just go grief people until they change the game, right?
And that's before, like, so like I look at when I spend it, like in terms of like just the time frame, is that I spent the money and then I started coaching. The kids started getting, into soccer and baseball, and I started doing coaching of that. And so my time to game has gone way down. Time with the kids has gone way up. Total win in my book. But then I was like, yeah, in my mind before all that, I was like, oh, I'm going to cover Ashes of Creation. I'm interested in the game. I like talking about video games. And I was like, yeah, I got it. I was like, yeah, content creator, write off or whatever. I booted it up. That's like it. I was like, yeah, it runs.
Been there.
So, man. And so I think essentially the other aspect is like when I think they're looking at it, and we've seen two big things. I think we've seen people pull away from live service. It's not gone. There'll still be a live service game here and there. The ones that exist still exist. Chat Cosmos is saying that live service games are declining because they do remove players from the market, so that like my kids are into Minecraft and Fortnite. Like they're not excited about this next live service game. So I think essentially we'll still see them, but the big investment that people have made into them, I don't think is paying out. And so you've seen, in my mind, the shift into nostalgia, which we talked a lot about last week with like my love of Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remake. You got Dragon Quest 3. I beat the demo for Dragon Quest 7. Highly recommend it. If you guys are Dragon Quest fans, I thought I was going to be turned off by the 7 demo. Like I was like, they were kind of showing it off and it had like the art style. And I was like, it looks okay. But in motion and in game, I was like,
it looks a lot better.
Lord, this is beautiful.
It kind of, the way they did the art style kind of gave me like the Dragon Quest 11 vibes, where it's like, this is what Dragon Quest looks like in modern, like they're not trying to maintain like a retro style. They're just like, this is what it would look like if we made it today.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I honestly, I think the changes like are great. And so I highly encourage you guys, if you have not played the Dragon Quest 7 demo, it's everywhere. And your progress will carry into the main game. I was over the weekend with the kids and I haven't hit a level cap. I've been wondering, I don't know if there's a level cap that they put into it,
but I've been just
I've been grinding on the ocean just for the heck of it. I'm like, I'm getting kind of powerful. I haven't hit it. I have hit the point where they're like, hey, and the demo is coming out. Be sure to get it. I'm looking forward to that. So now my goal has literally been to finish Dragon Quest 2, because that's where I've made really good progress on that. So it's like, but the nostalgia play has been, I think, real big shift in the industry away from the live service. And New World didn't have the nostalgia play. I think if it had nostalgia, maybe it would have Amazon maybe would have reconsidered. But what was really the big piece of that is that when they also canceled the Lord of the Rings, which I was like, all of the New World development in my mind was always about Lord of the Rings, because they can get this game humming, working great, and then they could sit down and say, hey, even if we hit tough times, we're still there. But they can't say any of that because they freaking just like up and like said, nope, we don't want this. And that's why, for me, the announcement or the rumor about the upcoming Lord of the Rings game is perhaps the most interesting and exciting piece of all of it. But before we talk about that as a team here, I did share this, and I would love to get y'all's thoughts about it. Namely, because the will they, won't they? Will GTA 6 launch this year? ETA, the tweet that I shared was like, Elon Musk agrees that there is a chance that AI will let anyone generate their own GTA 6 in a few minutes before GTA 6 is officially released. I think obviously very humorous, kind of like an Onion headline, as Elio in our chat shared. But what do you think about that, man?
Well, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
if Elon's statements are anything to go by,
is it super low?
I mean, what kind of GTA 6 are we talking about? Are we talking about a GTA 6 where you play the game, or where you pay a Chinese guy to play it for you? Because that's probably, going to change my criteria a little bit. You know what I mean?
There's
just a tiny bit. I mean,
I already kind of see the we've been talking about the AI bubble, right?
Yeah.
It's already starting to like peel before the pop. Microsoft stock went down this week because those investments into open AI and the big push for Copilot and all this other stuff just has not panned out like they wanted. And it's gotten so bad now where the CEO of Microsoft is like, please stop calling AI slop. And please, we got to stop using the. So now,
don't offend the AI.
the Streisand effect is in full swing because now we call it microslop. Just full bore. It's the meme now is everything they put out is microslop.
Yeah.
So I love the internet and I hope it never changes because this is just perfect. And to that just to that whole bubble popping kind of thing, we're just kind of seeing the limits of what like large language models can even do. And so this big push for like this general intelligence and all that, it's a ways off, and I don't see us generating any fully like in-depth game like GTA for a long time. At least not to the level where it's like, ooh, I'd rather play that than GTA 6 proper,
Are you guys excited for GTA 6?
No. I don't like to glorify criminals. Criminals deserve to be dead, not be glorified. Sorry.
It's kind of like when you watch like a comedian you grew up with, and you found a comedian super funny as like a teenager, but your tastes change, and so you watch that same comedian, you're like, oh, he's still doing the same thing. Like, yeah, it's still funny. It's just I'm older now. It's not as funny, and it's kind of sad. Like he's just still doing the same thing.
I have zero interest in GTA 6. Like, it's just not the game that I'm interested in. And I do, like, I've always said this about the series itself, because I've played a few, like, it's like, oh, I'll try it. And it's like, oh, I remember GTA 3 on the PlayStation 2, for example. Like, okay. But it's like, I admire what they've been able to, like, the scale and the technical feat and things like that.
From a technical perspective, it is impressive what they manage to do every time.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. And I don't know, man. The thing that makes me, the only thing that truly interests me about GTA 6 is how much have they spent making this game.
That's what I want to know.
Because it's like, people, talk about it. It's like, the people clearing their schedule. Of course, big fandom, lot of people, especially content creators. A lot of content creators made it.
The next generation of GTA Online is going to be huge. We talk about when GTA 5 came out, it was on the Xbox 360. Yeah. And so they've been working on this game a long time. So I really wonder, is it
You think
is
it's
it
the
going
first
to live up
$1
to the
billion
hype?
spent? You know, do you think that they've spent like roughly $1 billion on it? Like that's just the thing that I like. I don't know if they've done that, but it's like
It's got to be up there because I mean, you think about it, over 3 console generations now, we've had GTA 5 like remastered twice.
yeah. You bring up GTA Online, and Cosmos says Ashes of Creation is going to shut down in 4 months because the MMO market is captured by WoW, 14, Guild Wars 2, ESO, old school RuneScape. I think he nailed the that's a
no,
list.
I think
adding
Ashes
in
of
GTA
Creation,
Online.
if it does shut down in 4 months, it's because it's a bad game. Like, it's not because the MMO market is captured. The MMO market wants a new game, just nobody's willing to make that good new game.
Can they?
Every time a new MMO comes out, we all play it. Every single one of us plays it. You can't deny it. When Lost Ark came out, everyone played it.
Yeah.
When New World came out, everyone played it. When Throne and Liberty came out, everybody played it. But you know why they didn't keep playing it? Because the games weren't that good. Sorry, I know you like New World, but in my opinion, not that good of a game.
That's okay.
I mean, it's a great game. Like, it's a fun game, but I don't really have any incentive or reason or like
to keep coming back.
Right. Like why would I keep coming back to my 40-year-old Asian office lady who's my character because that's the most attractive character I could make at the time? I wouldn't. And there's no cool armor. All the armor looks like, you know, like I don't understand. It's a fantasy game, but for some reason we're like I know it's set in the time period, but like it's so strict to the time period that to me it's just not that interesting. I don't know.
The thing that I dreamed of when stepping into New World, and just like the visual fidelity, the sound, just how I felt like it was very immersive. I was like, good Lord, I wish they would give Square Enix this level of budget, this stuff, so that way we could sit down and say, like, you know, what would a Final Fantasy game look like if you were, you know, an MMO that was like, oh man, like that was, you know, same thing. Now I want the the extraction shooter version of a Final Fantasy dungeon. That's the man.
Really
I tell
cool
you, like,
too, by the way,
the Final Fantasy 15. Like, I really enjoyed 15. I really enjoyed Comrades, the multiplayer like update, whatever. It was just so poorly written and such performance heavy. Like, the only reason I did as much as I did is because I was having fun every time I got to go into a mission with my friends, and I was like, just give me that. Just let me have that, and I would be so happy. In fact, like I think that's what people want. They just want to be able to get together with their friends. They want to go fight some kick-ass monsters, and if you could put a Final Fantasy theme around that,
it's really hard to get like a new IP in the MMO space to catch on, because you have to. You can do the first part of that. It's just there's nothing familiar to draw you in.
Yeah,
and so like that's probably one of the biggest hurdles. But it's also, you know, how many times are we going to just go kill rats at level 1 just to grind up? You know, it's like you have to really build these big experiences that somehow keep coming up over and over, you know, to keep people hooked. And at what point is it just like, all right, well, there's a little grinding here and it's gonna stay grindy?
Yeah.
You know,
it's gonna be interesting. I think I'm really excited because, like, also this year we got FanFest kicking off in April, and I don't know, man, the heart wants what it wants, but I really hope Yoshi P walks out on stage and it's like, yeah, we're not adding in new jobs, we're redesigning the whole combat system.
No, they're gonna.
I know.
You know why that'll never happen?
Mobile.
Let me take my hit of copium. Hold on. There we go.
for the history of MMOs, when you buy an expansion, you get what? A new class. That is immutable.
There is
that
not.
Can
That
never
there are
change.
exceptions to that rule. Change of Promethea, Final Fantasy 11.
Okay, but we also
Considered
got
one of the best expansions.
But Change of
it
Promethea
didn't have a
wasn't
new
a real
class, so you
expansion.
see-
It came with the game when you bought it.
No, it didn't. That was a Rise of Zilliard. Let's go Final Fantasy 11 quiz off.
I don't think so. I think Chains of Promethea added the dancer, didn't it?
No, it did not. That was the Treasures of Argot. No. Excuse me. That was the dancer came in with the what was the one you went in the back in the past? Wings of the Goddess.
You're right.
I'll take your words for it.
But I'm just going to say that if it doesn't have a new class, it's not a real expansion.
I get that vibe, right? I get that draw. And I would be fine, honestly, if they're like, hey, one new class that happens to be a freaking class, right? Like they either just cut classes altogether, just make it a job system, call it a day. But if they could go and get to the back to the core, like I want them to do what they did kind of with the PvP, but for the PvE side of things, like really look into like what makes this job unique and interesting and fun to play. Because I guess question to you guys, over under, are they gonna level squish? Like is 8.0 the
God,
time
I
where
hope not. I hate level squishes. I want to be 174. Like I really dislike the idea of a level squish.
The fact they didn't cap it at 99, I'm still disappointed. I haven't even played Dawn Trail, and I'm just like, good night, man. Like, what a missed up. Like, if they said 99 is the cap, I was like, oh, cool. Now we can talk about horizontal progression systems and so much more. But
I mean,
alas,
if they want to cap it, that's cool. But I need something else to like have levels, like mastery points and 11.
Right. That's where you could get into that level of investment of like, yeah, oh gosh, man.
But again,
there is so much freaking potential. The game continues to sit on a mountain of potential, and I pray. And
all of this talk. I'm still very close to wanting to play this game just because I know so many people that play. But I don't want
free trial, man.
I don't want a bunch of systems that I have to like, I get so turned away from a game when it's like, hey, this has levels and this other thing has levels and your character has levels. And I'm like, oh okay, at what point am I not leveling up the menu to make more sense?
Dude, oh man,
I think I'm the wrong genre for that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Levels are where it's at, bro.
Dude, oh man, like that's the thing. It's like whenever like you're leveling and you're going through the zones, like there's such a good feeling, and it's just like, oh man, we're looking at this because I really, really want to see them kind of throw out the playbook and say 8.0, boom. Especially because I think people are going to be waiting longer for 8.0. They have the Fan Fest rolling out all the way until the fall, so it starts the United States and in the spring in Anaheim, so it's no longer in Vegas, and then it ends like in Japan in like October. I don't know if they're going to do like a winter release like they did with Endwalker. I know Yoshi P said he'd like to avoid that. Do you think that easily shifts the game into sometime maybe in late winter or early spring? And that's just a long time. That is just a gap.
Is you talking like next year, like 27 spring?
2027, yeah.
So would that
maybe around the time they're shutting down New World?
I was saying, would that be a full year without a major update or longer?
Well, what do you consider?
They do kind of incremental updates, especially in the gap between. Like that's when I think you'll probably see him drop the Beastmaster job, which I'm personally really excited about, and see how that's fully implemented. But it still has a little bit of time. Because I don't, and chat can correct me if I'm wrong, like I don't believe they've shown that off in game yet, which tends to kind of make me think like that might be something they target for that long ass gap. Like, hey, yeah, it's going to be a little bit before the release date, and thus let's give you some content to kind of fill in that gap. I've been doing really good with my fasting this year, so I'm hoping I can finally cross over that weight loss goal. So I can, she's in here. Yeah, I've been invaded. So I could finally sit down and play and get caught up on Dawn Trail and all that more. Hold on one second. I'll let you guys talk while I dad mode a second.
All right.
I don't know. I want to like it. Like I just know my experience with MMOs in the past has been like, I'm so bored, but it's also I play by myself. I'm never on when people are on that I know.
So, but that is extremely common. There are so many people who play MMOs who play by themselves, including me. Like whenever I play MMOs, I almost make it a point to play by myself.
Sure.
Like if I join a guild and I talk to the people in the guild, cool, whatever. But I'm not there to like make a bunch of friends and like talk shit with people for
I guess so,
12 hours a day. Like I'm there to play the game, like I'm a normal person compared to like a lot of people who play MMOs. So, like I don't know. I like MMOs because
like what's the point of it being multiplayer if I'm not playing like with other people?
No, you play with people. You have to. That's the part that I like. The part that I don't like is necessarily all the socialization all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to do something multiplayer, and I want it to be like a persistent world, and I want to I do want to talk to people occasionally, but what I am not there for is to stand around in a city for 8 hours acting like my character is hugging another character. Like that's like not my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's
So-
the same thing with Glamour is the true end game. I want to say
Well,
special
Glamour's
thank
fine.
you-
I love Glamour. I think Glamour's really cool. But
You're lame.
what I don't like is, when people, it's just a pet peeve. It's not like a serious thing, but it's just like, hey guys, I'm super glad you spent all that money on that gaming computer so you could stand in one spot and do nothing.
I would
for 8
rather
hours.
them do that than spend $65 on some silly, piece of, like other color version of the specific gear. That's just me. Like the microtransactions, I'm like, you already charge a sub. Pick a lane. Like, when it comes down to monetization in games, like, come on, like let's do one or the other. Because I think essentially, like when we look at the future, I'm hyper interested in seeing what the mobile version of 14 is doing, namely because it could allow it to be easier for me to play with the kids. Like, because when I think mobile,
because if you're not paying a
why isn't it
$15 subscription per person, like
per
for sure.
person? And then also, in my mind, I go, it should run on the Switch at least, maybe Switch 2 at a minimum. Man, how easy and cool would that be to be running for?
You did see that Yoshi P was hanging out in Costa del Sol the other day, and people were asking him about a Switch version, and he's like, "Please look forward to it," which is his code word for I'm working on it. I just can't
it's working on it. Yeah, exactly. So that might be an announcement on the upcoming Fan Fest, which I think would be really exciting to see in the long run. But like what version? Do they do both versions? Like, is it like?
No, I don't think they can do it on one. One is
mobile's going to become the main version. You watch.
Switch 2 is barely powerful enough to get like a decent experience on 14. I think that trying to get it on the Switch 1 is just not. I think they haven't done it because it's not.
We're going to take a quick
experience.
pause to say thank you to Real Kitty Cock over on Twitch for his tier 3 sub for. It's 76 months. Resub for 2 months at tier 3 and 76 months of support overall. It doesn't show it on StreamYard. Like on YouTube, I get those things. I can highlight them, but on StreamYard, I don't. So for the Twitch, so thank you so much, dude, for that. Anyway, sorry.
I lost my train of thought. Anyway,
I do apologize.
I think the Switch 2 could run it.
I think the Switch 2 could run it.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it would be limited. The Series S runs it just fine. That's
it still runs on PlayStation 4. Like they haven't dropped support for that platform.
No, they're dropping it though. Didn't they announce that recently?
Have they announced that they're officially dropping it? I was saying like
didn't they recently?
I know I know they didn't go and support Xbox One. I think that's the right call, right? Like just Xbox Series X and S.
The VCR would have been exploding and on fire.
I just wonder though, like it just seems like this weird thing that could possibly happen. It's out in Japan. Have we, and I'm gonna ask chat, like, have we heard any kind of announcements to like, is the mobile version coming out this year, or is that going to be another FanFest announcement? And if it's at FanFest announcement, how does it get received to those? Like, is that a Diablo Immortal moment for Square Enix where they announced Diablo Immortal to their PC and console fan base? Like,
is that? Yeah, but if it goes that way,
so but here's the difference, though. Here's the difference. With Diablo, everyone wanted Diablo 4. They had been begging for Diablo 4 for like a decade because Diablo 3 wasn't very good. It was fine. It wasn't like what we wanted though, right? And the thing with this is we want this. We want it to be on mobile.
Yeah.
So when they say, "Hey guys, it's coming to mobile," or "Here's the announcement for mobile for NA," everyone's like, "Yeah," because they want it.
Yeah.
But with Diablo, that is not even remotely what we wanted. So people got mad. Of course, it's a different situation altogether.
I do think it's different. I'm just wondering, like, is that a FanFest level announcement? They already know it's coming. I mean, it would be interesting to be like, and while you're at FanFest, download the Final Fantasy 14 mobile on your phone and play it and let us know what you think, etc. I can see that could be something exciting for people to go hands on with at that time.
It would be good.
But I feel like if they do it at FanFest, they have to do it everywhere.
Why
what
not
would be
just
the
do
follow-up
global beta
announcement?
or whatever? Like, just go ahead and soft launch it.
Well, that's what I mean. If you let people at the FanFest download it, you have to let everyone download it.
Yeah.
Because I've been paying for a subscription for 15 years, just about, give or take, and I've never been able to actually get a ticket to FanFest, which I'm going to keep bringing up.
Well, yeah, I
every
wasn't.
single week.
You don't
entailing
sound
that
bitter
it's
at all.
global only. I guess they could have it to where you could play it, like how they have the PCs and you can play.
I'm saying they could have like some like test phones for people at FanFest to like play with, but
yeah,
that's not the same as going, hey, let's just do a global soft launch available right now, like Shadow dropped after like a event or whatever. I don't know how FanFest normally goes, so like
the keynote tends to be the big kind of announcements, and then they end up doing like an hour of thank yous and introduction, etc. I like what Kendrick thinks here, saying that Final Fantasy 14 Mobile might they assume would be paired more with kind of an award show kind of announcement, because you get a bigger install base that's paying attention to that kind of news. And it could end up drowning out the announcement news, right? So you start to think about like, hey, we announced an expansion. Hey, we also, it's like, oh, one thing is going to probably, hit people who are outside the hardcore interest in already knowing that 8.0 is on its way. There's an expansion. This is the kind of pattern that kind of flows from there. But anyway, I'm just generally curious to see how that plays out this year for Final Fantasy 14, because you have a competing product to a degree, even though it might actually be something that Chrono goes and picks up and plays because it might be just up his alley, as opposed to like download the free version. Why? So you don't have to pay a subscription. There's some things you can't do, but there's a lot of stuff you can. And I'm anticipating at FanFest that they announced that the Shadowbringer, the award-winning expansion Shadowbringers, is included in the free trial. It's like, because they keep adding on to it to the point where it's like, yeah, they don't technically need a free to play, game, but they have one that punishes you, that literally will punish you, Chrono, for handing them money. Say you go and you download the free trial and you're like, I'm having a great time. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and buy the game. You give them $20 or $30 or whatever it costs right now. Then they're like, now you owe us a sub for life.
Well, I guess, is it like a sliding window of like
but
access? It's like as new stuff comes out, the previous new stuff gets just lumped into the free.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Over a period of time. It started with the base game, Heaven's Word. They've added in Stormblood. So technically there's 3 expansions that are not included. So that the idea, what we seem as a pattern is that Shadowbringers, which is beloved, was so good, that might be what ends up hitting next, added into the free content.
Let's be fair, though. Let's be fair. If you play on trial, you are a third-class citizen. You're not even a second-class citizen. Okay, your queue times are gonna be forever. Why? Fuck you. That's why.
Okay.
So when you pay for the subscription, it's not like, oh, I'm just paying for the subscription because whatever the reason may be. You're paying for the subscription because you actually like the game and you want to play it, and you don't want your queue times to be like 4 hours. Like,
does it take 4 hours to queue into the game right now on the free trial?
Last time I tried a free trial, or had a friend try a free trial, it was around the time that latest one, Dawn Trail, released, and it was like around 4 hours before they could get in.
Well, yeah, like you're talking about expansion time, but like literally right now, you think they would have that same kind of problem? It's like,
I think it would still take longer than it would take me, because whenever I log in, there's usually 17 people in front of me, and it takes like 5 seconds.
Well, that's just because they let people in 100 people at a time, in that regard. Yeah. So it's like it's just a measure to not, well, they've been DDoSed, but not to self DDoS in that respect. Okay, interesting.
But like, if you want to play and there's a new patch and you're on a free trial,
yeah, that's cool.
No, go away. Pay me $15.
Give me money. Like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, if you actually want to play the game and enjoy it, paying the subscription, while not ideal for a lot of people, because $15 is like, one single fast food meal. Sorry, I didn't mean to make that sound really mean. That sounded really mean. I didn't mean it to be
no.
mean.
It's like
It's all in terms of like how many hours do I have to work to enjoy this?
Well, yeah,
right?
like fast food. On that note, it's gotten so ridiculously expensive. It's not even worth it because it's like before it was like, yeah, I'm not getting high quality stuff, but it's cheap.
It's $20.
Now it's like neither, but well, not even that. Like I don't even eat. I took the kids to McDonald's and it was like $50, and I was like, we could go. And so we like, I was like, we could go to Chili's for like probably 30, and I could have eaten.
That's like a big thing. Like with us too. It's like I'll put down some Taco Bell, but now I'm dropping like $50 at Taco Bell to feed 3 people. I'm like, Taco Bell used to be the cheap option. What happened? Where have we gone wrong?
Are we having any Taco Bueno fans in chat at all? Because like he's talking Bell, and I'm like, whoa.
No. We used to have Taco Bueno back in my hometown, and it closed down for nefarious reasons, I believe. But I like Taco Bueno.
Taco Casa. Because
Taco Casa's really good.
Taco, and you know why Taco Casa is so good?
Because it's the original Taco Bell.
It is the original Taco Bell. Y'all know the story? Do you know the story, Chrono?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I was just like, man.
Yeah. Do I look like I don't know about food?
There's man boobs that I have. This is the Supreme Taco, and this is the...
Yikes.
I named this one Crunchwrap and this one Chalupa.
Oh, dude, I love me some tacos. I was thinking about getting roses today. So I've been doing, like I said, like I've been doing really good. My goal is to do a 5-day fast, Monday through Friday. And then I'll like eat, normally on the weekends and stuff like that. I keep making it 4.5. About 4.5 days, my body's like, yeah, you need to eat something. I am using electrolytes. I am being safe about it, so anybody who's listening is not like, what is he doing? But yeah, it's been helping because I've been on this just massive plateau that I just have not been able to break through, and I've been trying to get below 210 because I do want to play the Dawn Trail expansion, which was kind of the goal. I was like, I'm gonna get into my health, like an actual real healthy weight loss class. It's going finally. Now I finally been on that downward trend. Everything's starting to fit better again, and I'm very pleased. I was thinking today, I was like, I might get some after the podcast. Go out to get me some Rosa's tacos because they have the best tortillas. I think from a fast food place, the best tortillas are at Rosa's. If you guys haven't, and if I'm not making anybody hungry, you guys ready to talk Lord of the Rings?
What's going on with Lord of the Rings?
All right, so rumored wise, it's that they have at least they were talking about it like on the scale of like what we saw with Hogwarts Legacy. Obviously, I don't think Lord of the Rings has the controversy which helped just doubly promote the Hogwarts. And the thing that Hogwarts, all it had to do was literally be a fun game that people liked, and any negative any pushback to the game itself literally was just going to be, that's just free promotion. I think essentially everybody trying to cancel the game and anybody so they shifted to go and try to cancel people who were playing the game. All that did was just elevate and make people interested in wanting to buy the game in the first place. But
it
over
ensured
30
the
million
sequel gets made.
Oh, well, that's the thing. And that was the scary news that came after, like, hey, we've sold 30 million. It's like, we're thinking about it. Games as a service. Like, no. Just make a really good game and let people show up and play that really good game. If you have a really cool idea of what would make it a really interesting game as a service game, have that like what GTA 6 and 5 does. Like, just have that as another aspect of what this main game is. It's not the core product. But yeah, Lord of the Rings, I think, would be something that would be right up my alley because I didn't grow up reading Harry Potter. I enjoyed the movies. I've been reading Harry Potter for the first time to the kids, and I was like, oh, this is really like I enjoy it, but I wasn't like, I didn't grow up with it. It wasn't something that defined my childhood. For my brother, it was, and my wife, it was very significant. But Lord of the Rings, though, woo! And they're also like going on, and I've just seen announcements like they're talking about they're making the Hunt for Golem, and what's ever his name, the original Frodo, talking about reprising his role. Same thing with Gandalf. What's up?
Oh, nothing. I misunderstood what you said. You said the original Frodo, and I was like, Bilbo?
I was like, wait a minute.
No, what was that? I forget the actor's name. Elijah Wood, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, more Lord of the Rings. Let's go. But a video game, dude, would be sweet. would be sweet.
Haven't we had like 30 of those though?
Well, like in terms of like that open world action RPG.
We've had that.
We had 30 of the open world. The one that really I'm reminded of is that you had the Shadows of Mordor, which I thought was really good.
Yeah, that was open world, was it not?
And then you had well, I mean,
could they bring back the Nemesis system?
It wasn't all of Middle Earth though. Like it was just focusing in on kind of a specific area.
Yeah, it was more. It wasn't this big open world exploration style game. I don't believe. It not to like what like Hogwarts Legacy is, you know, where you can just wander around and kind of meander without any real purpose.
Fair.
And the follow up to the Shadows of Mordor didn't necessarily, I think, perform as well. I think they really leaned more into that monetization. They're like,
well, yeah, they did didn't they do like loot boxes or something? And everyone's like, nope, not doing it.
Yeah, especially I think that was right around the time that the gaming community just started rejecting anything that had a loot box in it. And they're like, no. And now we have battle passes, which the pro of the battle pass is you see what you get. And if you put the time in, you know what you're going to get.
Nothing's left to chance except do I have the chance to play it?
Do you have the time? And that's where it's like, I was really hoping the model would shift to the battle pass where if you buy the battle pass, you keep the battle pass. And some people started adopting that, but they haven't seen great success. So that's usually kind of like, man,
it becomes if the rewards aren't FOMO based, right? Then they're not going to be as good because every season you can just pick whatever you want to progress towards.
Okay, so Arc Raiders has a good solution to this.
Yes,
there are battle passes. You can, well, there's not battle passes yet. Okay, but there's something called a deck, which is essentially a battle pass. When the paid ones come out, they never expire. You can buy them and you keep them for as long as you want. And the way that it works in the finals is, which is the same company, when you are no longer in a season to get a battle pass, that battle pass then becomes free to unlock. And then you use free currency to unlock stuff from that battle pass.
Free currency being earned by just playtime and quest missions.
No, just playtime and like performance in matches and stuff.
Nice. I like that.
So the way that I think Arc Rangers is going to handle it is essentially the battle pass or the deck comes out. You buy it with Raider tokens, which is paid currency. And then it just never expires, similar to how Helldivers does it. And then you can still continue to purchase it whenever you want, which I think is a good move because so like battle passes have some really cool stuff in them.
Yeah.
But you know, it sucks that you can't just get them like, oh, I really like this skin. How do I get it? Oh, it was in Battle Pass 2.5 years ago. You're never going to get that skin again. Okay, cool. Well, screw me. I guess I'm just never going to play this game. And then
the FOMO is just,
but they do have FOMO though. They still do. I think FOMO.
Everything, no matter what, has FOMO, right? Like there's the natural, like you were there at the moment, right? Like for example, 1.0 Final Fantasy 14. There are people who can experience that, right? Like that they have missed out. So there is.
I have to live vicariously through YouTube.
But it's artificial FOMO. It's like we don't need to make this FOMO, but we're going to make it FOMO so that we can make money off of it. As soon as I start feeling that, I find it just like as a massive turnoff to wanting to put my time in the game, right? Like it's just like.
Stop trying to guilt me because I can't enjoy your game 24/7 or on your schedule or whatever.
Yeah. Well, finishing my thought from earlier.
Yeah.
Arc Raiders does have FOMO, but the FOMO that they have is for like seasonal events. So like if you're playing like right now, let's say we're playing right now and there's an event going on for like winter time. If you play a reasonable amount within the 60-day period of that, you know, I'm talking about very reasonable, like maybe 1 or 2 raids a day for like 2 months and not even every day, like maybe like a few times a week. You can get everything that is in the event that you can only get from the event. The same thing for expeditions. When you do an expedition, you get a special skin for that expedition that you can't get again. Same thing for there's a ranking ladder system. If you get to the top of the ladder system, there's a special color variant of a skin that you can only get if you're in like the top 40% or something for the league. And there are FOMO systems, but they don't feel as bad because they're not like, give us $20 and then play our game for 200 hours to get the thing you want. It's like, hey, if you're playing the game when we're offering this, you get it. You don't have to pay for anything.
Yeah, and see, that's fine. I could limited time events like that to me don't seem as egregious as, hey, you bought a battle pass, but you didn't play nonstop for like the 2 months it was available. So, sorry, you don't get the rest of your pass or whatever. Like that's where like I think people are just tired of that whole structure.
Right.
If I pay for something, I should get it regardless of if I.
Well, especially because I've made this, and this was and I think Destiny eventually did go back and change it. I'm not sure. I haven't played Destiny in a long time. But what I was always like is like, oh, the new updates coming out, the new expansions coming out. You get excited, you want to play, you jump in, and you're like, oh, it's 2 weeks away. You're like, oh, the battle pass is gonna, like I just started on it, and it expires in 2 weeks. There's no way in hell that I'm gonna be able to do all this. So why would I buy it? Like it just always like, well, what if you were like, just sell it to me and I'll finish it as I play into the next thing, etc. Like that. I just give me more bars to fill up. Like let me just have fun with the stuff. That's one of the things I did appreciate that they did. I think Halo finally did it. Was like, just give me some form of progression in custom games. When I'm hanging out playing with my friend, oh, but someone's going to cheat the system. Make it take 100 times as long. I don't care. Like, it's not about, like we just want to play, but it always feels like you get a friend coming in, you're playing custom games, and then they can't unlock the stuff that they're working on. And so you kind of create this friction of like, well, I should be over here doing this because it's going to expire. It's going to run out.
Well, okay. So like ideally though, there should be no system to cheat in the first place.
Agreed.
Remember Halo ODST? You play that game like a madman, and you just get a bunch of stuff unlocked for playing the game.
Yeah,
same thing with Halo Reach. Oh, hey, I found a skull in a hidden part of the map. Oh, I got this awesome new helmet for that. Awesome.
Yeah.
Or just, hey, you played today. Here's some, currency towards the shop. Like I was fine with that. Like it didn't take me any more time than that I didn't plan on spending already.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was just you were rewarded for playing the game. And I don't mind like a challenge system that's like, hey, here's like today's quests, or get 10 kills with a pistol or whatever. That's fine.
Those can work until at some point like it feels like I better log in or I'm gonna fall behind, and it's like
eventually it's like, all right, I just need to take a step back. It's time for me to take a break.
Yeah, and there's obviously like self-control and whatnot. I just find that it's like that some of those systems like you talked about, especially with stepping a little bit further away, like from Fortnite and things like that. I like stepping into Dragon Quest 1 and 2 and just absolutely going like, wow, this is wonderful. Like,
I think that's why I'm enjoying Metroid so much, is because it's like I move at my own pace. There's no pressure to hurry up. Like, I got to do this so I can jump into this other mode or whatever. I'm just, hey, I want to go explore this whole area for some reason. I can. Who cares? It's my time.
Yeah, and I think anytime I feel like I'm falling behind, I'm just like, well, and the other thing is like in the world of gaming as it is right now, there's so much competition, right? Like I constantly keep sharing about Rest of the Wicked and how just amazing it is, and you can have that offline single player experience, or if you now when the multiplayer update rolls out on the 22nd, we can play together with friends and have that experience. And I was like, this in and of itself has got me really, really excited to play. And I tweeted this out before the show, like, I have officially crossed over 300 hours of game time, which, depending on who you are, is either a lot or a not at all. Because like some people in the community, we're getting they're trying to schedule a podcast with all of us, the content creators who've been covering the game this far, and it's like some people got 1,600 hours and 2,000 hours, and I was like, For my availability to play, this has been wonderful, and so
sorry, I can't no life the game because I have a real life the game.
I still feel like that's like a significant amount. Like I was trying to think like how many, like I put 1,000 hours into New World, but that was over 4 years. So I was like, I put a lot of time into that game. But like thousands and thousands. Like, if you start counting content and the thoughts and all of the stuff with 14, it's like tens if not hundreds of thousands of hours. with that game. But it's like, yeah, all in all, like well over, I think I was coming up on 6,000 hours last I checked. I can't recall, an insane amount in 11 as well. So it's like there's been these games that I've like have truly like captured me. So it's like, yeah.
I mean, I did the math recently, and considering a character that was deleted with a rough estimate of all of my characters' playtimes across, everything 1.0 and present, I think I have 18,000 hours roughly in 14.
That's incredible.
I mean, most of that was just replaying the game, because I have like 7 characters that are on like Shadowbringers that were not like boosted. Like I liked the game, so I played it. I've probably done at least 1,000 hours into Dark Dungeon, Deepest Dungeon, Deep Dungeon, whatever. I can't freaking talk. You know what I'm talking about?
Content or Darkest Dungeon, the game?
No, Deep Dungeon content.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Like I was trying to solo it so much during COVID. Like I would spend probably 5 hours a day trying to solo Deep Dungeon during COVID. So at least. So that alone.
That's where that sub money goes right there.
Oh yeah. Well, mostly it goes down the toilet because I don't even log into the game most of the time. But back then. Back then.
The guys, so I think we're getting close to our hour and having to get back into the work week. What do we got? What do we plan this week before we roll into the weekend?
Well, Hytale came out at some point. I don't know if you guys heard of that. It's like a Minecraft similar game with more
I want to check it out. I've been seeing a lot of coverage
elements. On it. I picked that up the other day and I've been playing that. Other than that, I am waiting for another patch on Arc Raiders before I hop back in, because there's still too many cheaters and exploiters and stuff. So we'll see. I tend to avoid games where they let people cheat for a couple months and don't do anything about it for a long time. So
yeah.
What about you, Chrono?
Just still working on Metroid Prime 4. Enjoying it a lot. I need to get to the DLC for Pokemon ZA at some point, just because I did buy it and I would like to play through it. But yeah, that's about it. If I have time this weekend, I would like to play a little Final Fantasy 16 just to keep working on it, because I'm still enjoying it. But I may download that Dragon Quest 7 demo this weekend.
I hope you do. I really would love to hear your thoughts on it. It doesn't take. I mean, the downside is like I said, like if you ever played, or anybody out there has ever played the original, it does take a while before you get into your first fight. It does feel like they sped it up maybe like 15, 20 minutes. So it's not like the full 2 hours, but still it's like, all right. And then essentially kind of, I think really kind of picks up and starts moving from there. But visually it's really interesting. So yeah, man, I hope you do get the opportunity to check it out, because it's on every platform. So it's
I need to just set it to download on something. So I just started up.
Yeah, I did end up picking up the because they Final Fantasy 7 Remake officially launched on Xbox, etc. So I might sit down and finally try to beat that. Apparently, there's some leveling up features that kind of take away the grind and whatnot. So I might just play that for the story to finally get caught up and just put that in the win column, and then wait until they have Rebirth. And then we will have to see if they.
Yeah, that patch or that feature is being like updated on the PC
into the other versions. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it even had that. I just feel like that's almost as it's almost the level of like letting the game play itself for you. And you're just watching the cutscenes. But if that's how you get to enjoy it, like sweet, like get to enjoy it.
I feel so behind the ball that it's like I'm not really looking to grind out.
Right. Yeah, that's
right
the thing. I wonder if it's a thing you have to turn on and commit to for the full run of the game.
I don't know. Or like if you can turn it on and off, it'd be neat.
Yeah, if I could toggle it on, it's like, okay, I don't want to grind for this boss. I don't care. Just let me move on.
Let me just I'm gonna just plow through, get through the story. Namely because especially like I've heard good things about Rebirth. I've heard a lot of bad things about Rebirth, and I'm like, I haven't beat the first one. Like, it's like, well,
like almost every product Square Enix puts out these days. You'll either love it or absolutely have just nothing positive to say.
Well, because we probably will hear news this year that part 3 It seems like that's maybe moving along. So like I would like to not have to like avoid. I managed to avoid any information on all of it. So
yeah,
I'm very pleased with myself. Mission accomplished.
What are you avoiding information on? I'm sorry.
Final Fantasy 7 remake and rebirth.
Oh.
Like I've heard gameplay stuff, but it's like, yeah, it changes the story a bit. I don't know. People are happy with it. Like, aren't. I have played enough that it's like all of a sudden these weird ghost things are coming out, and I don't know what that's about. Seems interesting, but at the same time, like, yeah, I get that people also would love to see them, you know, I wish they did that with the turn-based comment. I don't know. Dragon Quest 7. They show the monsters on the open world, solves the RNG, you know, random battle stuff. Absolutely love that. Dude. Like, let's just go that. What?
I think we need to have an episode or a video about like the random battles, how much of a pain in the ass, and how much I actually do not like that in nostalgia, like at all.
Yeah.
Like I have no nostalgia for random battles.
It's really hard playing old Pokemon games for the same reason.
Yeah, 2 and 3 for Dragon Quest. I'm 1 and 2. It's like, yeah, it's the RNG battle, etc. My kids were kind of thrown off by it. I think essentially what the overall reference, and I'll let you guys in chat, and if you're leaving a comment, it'd be great. It's like, do you guys like RNG battles, or is the monsters in the open world where you can see them and you can go pick your fights? Like, is that preferred? I feel like, especially with 7, like I do like that style way more than just like running back and forth trying to level up and grind. It's like, oh, let me find the guys and go bash their heads in, which has been fun. But that's going to wrap us up for the show this week. We will be back this time next week talking about all the cool stuff that's going on in gaming. Appreciate you guys all hanging out with us. And if you guys enjoyed the show, be sure to like, subscribe. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to these guys. Like the YouTube has the collab feature. And so now it makes it easier to kind of promote everybody. I know that we got probably 100 new subs here on the podcast channel because I'm able to do that from Ginger Prime. Because I'm like, we got the live stream channel, we got the podcast channel. People have been asking me about the stupid music that I write, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll promote the music channel. Unsure at the moment. I just like creating stupid stuff that's hyper personalized. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up. Wish you guys all the absolute best, and we will be seeing you guys next week.